Welcome to CREATIVATE Embroidery software. In this video, you will learn a basic stitch editing technique that will expand your embroidery software knowledge while making this luggage tag. You will also learn about the Encore feature and two wizards, Project in the Hoop and Monogram. We will be using the extra level in the Windows desktop software. These techniques apply if you have the Elite level software too. We want to encourage you to watch the video, pause, go back and review anything you might have missed. So let's get started. When you open the extra level of embroidery software, you have a lot of features to choose from. We are going to start with a blank canvas that I already prepped for us here. Let's go to the Create tab, and in the Create tab is where you're going to find all of the different wizards that are available for you. Let's start with the Project in the Hoop wizard. When you click on the Project in the Hoop wizard, it's going to load all of the different projects that are available to you within the software. There are book covers, there are coasters, there are credit card holders, there are even pouches and phone cases. Today, we'll choose a luggage tag. Once we've chosen the luggage tag, you'll notice there are different styles. There's a Celtic style, flames, there are several to choose from, hearts, as well as swirls, and you just want to check them all out. Before I leave this page though, we are going to actually choose a blank rectangle because we want to make our own decoration. The View PDF instructions are very important and key for when you are making your luggage tag. You'll notice that there are lots of instructions step by step on how to make your luggage tag. If you've never done a project in the hoop, this is really great to be able to see what do I do and what step do I do it in. So you'll notice there are the outlines when you do your decoration, like what we're going to be doing. And then if you want to put a pocket on the back of your luggage tag as well. You want to print out these instructions. It's really a great way to walk through and make your luggage tag with those step-by-steps that are already there for you right in the software. Let's click Finish. And when the design comes up on the screen, you'll find that the hoop I've chosen, or the basic hoop when I get started, is going to be too small to make this particular luggage tag or this particular project in the hoop. You'll see over on the design panel that the actual size of the luggage tag is 79 millimeters by 258. And if you're not real great with millimeters, one of the fun things in our embroidery software is if you hover over any of the numbers, it will tell you the metric or the English conversion. So 10.157 inches is 258 millimeters. 79.3 millimeters is 3.1 inches. So if you ever need to know the inch conversion, just hover over that number. But now what you're going to see is I don't have the right hoop. So let's go back up to our quick access bar and click Change Hoop. I'm going to stick in the Universal Hoop group. Depending upon your machine, you'll have to choose the proper hoop size for the machine that you own. I'm going to choose the 260 by 200 millimeter hoop. This will allow me to place that luggage tag. You can see there 258 millimeters and 260 millimeters. So I'll be able to place that in this new hoop size. I'm going to move my word extra up here to the top. And one other small thing, I do like to make my design just a little bit smaller so it fits in the hoop and gives me a little extra working area outside. So I just use those sizing handles and made my design a little bit smaller. I do want to place this in the center of the hoop. If I go back to home, there's a great tool and it is called Center and Hoop. So go to the Home tab, click Center and Hoop, and it puts whatever you have chosen right in the middle of the hoop. So that makes it super easy. Now that we have our luggage tag placed in our hoop, we're ready to go ahead and decorate. We're going to start the decoration process with choosing one of the over 2,000 super designs that are available in our Essential, Extra, and Elite CREATIVATE Embroidery. When you click on the Super Design tab, you're sure to find one design that will be the perfect one for you for your luggage tag. I like flowers, so I'm going to go ahead and choose one of the flowers that are in the super designs and click apply. And if I was only going to place the flower, that would be a perfect size right now, but I'm going to do a little bit more with this. So I'm just going to make my flower a little bit smaller. And put that down here because I'm going to create a frame around my flowers. So I need to have a little extra area around this outside edge. So once I have my flower chosen, we are going to get a different design from the embroidery software, and we're going to do a little bit of stitch editing. With stitch editing, we are going to insert an embroidery design. And I've already found the design I want. It's called Floral Beehive. And when I bring it into the screen, you're going to see there are a lot of different pieces of this little embroidery design that are really cute, like the flowers and the little bee. But I actually want one of the ladybugs. Now, the great thing about learning this stitch editing technique is I don't have to use the whole design. I can choose just the one little ladybug that I want. So up on that top area, there is a tab that is called Modify. So when I click on Modify, I want to make sure before I do that clicking on Modify that my design is that I want to stitch edit is selected. So I'm going to click Modify here, and then what you're going to see is it comes up into the Modify screen. Down in the bottom right-hand corner of your embroidery software window, you're going to see there are some zoom tools. This is always where you're going to find the zoom tools down here. I'm going to go ahead and click on Zoom to Rectangle and click and drag a box around my beehive and essentially my ladybug. Once I have this selected, I want to again only grab the ladybug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the stitches that are underneath the ladybug, and I can do that by clicking on, now watch, here is my color number 4 is the main part of the hive. So when I click on that, notice those stitches went away. They didn't actually get deleted, they're just hidden, so I don't have to worry about working with them. I'm going to hide the orange, and it's hard to see because of the background of my screen color, but you're going to notice if I hover here, there's some white stitches also underneath the ladybug. Now that I have all of those hidden, I can come up to what is called Point Select. You can, if you are really have a great control on your mouse, you can use a freehand select and drag a box around, or basically drag a circle around your ladybug. I'm going to use Point Select. It gives me personally more control. Once I have Point Select chosen, every time I left click, I'm going to place a little dot, or what we would call a node. And notice how as I'm placing those dots, a little circle comes around my ladybug. I want to make sure that I can pull that down just a little bit, my last node, because I don't want to get any of the black up in this area here. Once I have my little points placed, I'm going to do a right click. I now have a box around my ladybug, and then I'm going to go up and do what's called copy. When I click on copy in the upper left corner, look at the clipboard in the bottom right. There's my ladybug. It's all ready to be used on that clipboard. So it's that simple. Hide for this stitch editing technique. You want to hide whatever you're not going to use or what you don't want, and then you're going to select what you do want. All right, once I have that done, I'm going to do, in the zoom area, there's a wonderful tool that is called Zoom to Fit. So that takes me back to the proper size. I'm going to go back to my home page. And although everything is back on the screen, if you see that beehive, all I have to do is delete the beehive, and I'm going to paste my ladybug. And so my ladybug is now on the screen. This is where, if that was a little too fast, certainly pause, go back, see what I did, so you can see how we got that ladybug edited out from the whole beehive. Now that we have our ladybug alone on the screen, I'm just going to move it down, and you might have to zoom in just a little bit. What we want to do, and I am going to zoom in, so remember our zoom tools down here at the bottom right hand corner. This one is called Zoom to Rectangles, so you click and left click and drag a rectangle around whatever you want to zoom in on. So that is a great little function right there. Now that I have my ladybug, I want to rotate him just a little bit, and this is what we're going to make a frame around our flower with. So once I'm going to zoom out just a little bit now, and that's what this little guy is for, is this is a zoom. You're getting good work with your zoom tools today. So zoom in, zoom out, using that zoom to rectangle or the zoom to fit. These are great tools. You want to get used to using those. So with my ladybug highlighted, let's go up, and there's a new tab up here that is called Encore. When you click on Encore, what it's going to do is it's going to repeat the ladybug around the flower in one of several different styles of frames. I am going to use a circle for my frame. I'm going to have 16 repeats. I've tried this a couple times. I thought this was a good number. I'm not going to group my ladybug and flower right now. We're going to actually let them be separate. And once I have all of these selections, and group would just mean when I get done and I apply, it would make my frame and my flower all one piece. I could change that later, but I know that I don't want that to group right now. So once I have that, I'm going to click preview. And look at that, 16 ladybugs all in a circle. I'm going to drag this down. Now, notice that my move mouse is that 4-arrowed mouse. To make this larger, I'll move my mouse into the area that the ladybugs are, and it changes to a plus, and that allows me to make this larger. And then to make it an oval rather than a circle, I'm going to use that little handle on the side. So now let's move back down. And now I have my ladybugs all around my flower, just as I had planned. Once I'm happy with how this looks in the proper size, I'm going to click Apply. When you click Apply, that's when it sets your ladybug and puts them all together in one little area like this. And I am going to go back to Home while they're all selected and group this and make this one piece. Now remember, I know you're looking and seeing all of those ladybug color selections here. When you export your design, it will combine those together so you don't have to worry about, or color sort them so you don't have to worry about doing each color of ladybug each time. So that's when we export our design. So the encore function is really very fun. You can, again, if we look at that encore, not only do circles, but you can do different shapes. You can encore the whole hoop. So if you haven't played with encore, this is a great one to play with. You choose something that you want to repeat, say how many repeats, and then check it out and see what it looks like. So now we're ready to put our monogram on our luggage tag. I'm just going to click off to get rid of the boxes so I don't have to see those anymore. And when I go back up to Create, there is what we call an Express Monogram Wizard as one of the functions or one of the features that you have in the Extra embroidery. When I click on Express Monogram, this is a really great little tool or a great wizard to work with. The Express Monogram allows us to add letters and it will automatically place them in a monogram look for us. So it's really very, very cool to see how that works. So when I have my Express Monogram Wizard, you can choose to have one letter. If you choose, you can have 2 letters as a monogram. You can have all of your letters basically as one size. I personally like a more traditional monogram, so I'm going to choose a small, full, and small monogram. So it's going to have a small first and middle name and then a large last name. The other thing you can do is choose your envelope shapes. Straight, and this first straight monogram is very traditional. You can click on one like this that'll put the letters up and down. There are other monogram shapes that are more curved and those kind of squish together a little bit. You have to do a few more adjustments. So for me, again, I like that traditional straight basic monogram here. You can play around with those that squish together. You can change that around. You can make them bigger and smaller. So you can work on that. But for me, again, this is the more traditional look, and that's what I'm going to use for my luggage tag. Now, here's where these letters, when you put in your initials, you want to put in letter A is going to be your first initial, then the B portion is going to be your family name or your last name, and then this is going to be your middle name. Again, that is the traditional way of putting in your monograms. With the lettering system, you'll notice that I have chosen one of the Lyra font. I think it's a pretty font, but because again, we're working in the Extra, we have all of the 245 fonts that are available, so it's really pretty neat to have all of those different fonts available. And with small letters, you can use an alternative style. So let's say I didn't want Lyra for that, I wanted calligraphy for those other letters. So you can play around with that, see how it looks and see what you like. You can even add, now I'm going to use the same font styles for both, And then you can even add a border if you choose for your lettering. So you can do those if you want. I'm going to be, again, a little bit more traditional. And this is going to be what I want my letters to look like. So I'm going to click Finish. And there is my monogram. Now my monogram is a little bit too big, so I'm just going to make it smaller. And place it right above my flower with my ladybugs. So all of those are right there, and just because I still have my ladybug on the clipboard, I'm just going to click Home, and I'm going to paste one more little ladybug, and I'm going to put it up here and rotate it all around. So it's going to be up right at the top of my design. So you can play around, add as many ladybugs as you want, but that monogram is a great way, the Monogram Wizard, a great way to make monograms. I encourage you to play around a little bit. Again, when you get into the Create area with the Monogram Wizard, you can just change things, see what it looks like. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you want a different letter or a different font? Those are really great. And so make those changes, and then once you're happy, you can finish that up. So now you're ready to go ahead and export and save your luggage tag. So remember, on the quick access bar, if you're going to save or save as, make sure that you do that if you're going to come back and make changes in the design later. That's the format that works in the software. So that's your save and save as. And when you're ready to embroider, go ahead and click the export. And remember, export is when you're ready to embroider. So this is where you choose your file format. And again, if you have a Husqvarna Viking or Pfaff machine, a Brother or Baby Lock, a Janome, whatever it may be, this is where you choose that file format. And once you have the file format, then again, we've done this before, but we're going to go ahead and make the change. And I'm just going to call this luggage tag 2, because I think I've already saved this one other time. So I'm going to call this luggage tag 2. And I'm going to leave the word exported, so when I'm looking for things in my files, I can make sure that it is ready to be embroidered. And then simply click export. And that was a quick, easy way to use the project in the Hoop Wizard, a little bit about the Monogram Wizard, do some basic stitch editing, and this really, really fun luggage tag. Now that we've got our design all ready, our luggage tag is decorated as we want it to be. What you want to do is you want to make sure you go back to that quick access bar. And actually, before we do that, let's do the design player. If you had taken the last video, you know design player is a great way so you can see exactly how this is going to stitch out. It's going to start with the word extra. I would actually delete that before I went ahead and stitch this. There's no real need to have the word extra there. This is just to help us know what level of embroidery software we're in. Now, one of the fun things about our design player is it does tell us, hey, this is going to stitch and then it's going to stop, and you're going to put in the material. And then once you have that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to speed this up a little bit. So the material is going to show up. So there's my material. Stop, place the bottom material. Now this is where it becomes even more important that you are adjusting and seeing, hey, when is my decoration going to be? And it talks about that in the instructions too. So the instructions are going to tell you, do the decoration. So you're going to do the decorative parts here before you actually do that last part of the luggage tag. So you want to make sure you follow those instructions. All right, so back up here, we're going to go and export our design. And remember, when we export the design, this is where you're going to choose the proper format for your embroidery machine. So whether, again, it's Husqvarna Viking and Pfaff, whether it is, a Brother machine or a Janome machine, all of those formats are there for you to work with. Once you do that, we're going to click OK. And I had not named this previously, so we're just going to call this luggage tag. And the exported portion, and when I click export, it is ready for me to take to my embroidery machine and stitch out. Thank you for joining us for this video about basic stitch editing and wizards. Make sure to check back and join us for other videos about the CREATIVATE embroidery software.